welcome to this evening's meeting of the Woodbury County Zoning Commission. Today's date is September 25th, 2017, and it is 6 o'clock p.m. Tonight's meeting will be audio taped and minutes will be prepared. In respect to all parties, we ask those present turn off cell phones or set to vibrate. Those in attendance are asked to legibly complete the attendance sheet upon the front table. I would like to take a moment to review the procedures the commission will follow tonight. First, the commission will handle the normal housekeeping agenda items, and then for each application on the agenda, I will open the public hearing on the item. The planning and zoning staff will then present the staff report, include the staff recommendations. Any letters or any communication received from the public prior to the hearing will be entered into the record. The applicant will then have the opportunity to present his or her case and respond to the staff report. Next, we will hear comments from the public. If you would like to speak either in support of or against the application, you must come to the microphone. Please first state your name and address for the record. All interested parties shall be heard, but repetitious comments should be avoided. Repetitious or irrelevant comments may be ruled out of order by the chair. I ask that you remain respectful and courteous with your comments at all times. After all public comments have been heard, the staff and applicant may make a closing statement. The hearing shall then be closed by motion and vote. Thereafter, no further comments from the staff, public, or applicant may be heard unless asked for by the commission. The commission shall then deliberate the case and may ask questions of the applicant, the staff, or any party offering testimony. However, such questions do not reopen the hearing for additional comments from the public unless so requested or approved by the commission. The commission will then formulate and vote on a motion. The motion will typically either grant or deny the requested application. Any commission member who has an ex parte application to place in the record of this meeting should do so prior to the beginning of the deliberation of the respective agenda item. Tom has just arrived. Okay, and seeing that, the first item on our agenda is any citizen wishing to be heard on a non-agenda item. Seeing or hearing none, I'll move on to the next agenda item, which is the approval of minutes from the commission meeting of August 28th, 2017. Do we have any deletions or corrections or a motion to approve?
I have a motion to approve.
Okay.
The minutes as written.
Second.
And a second, okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Next item on the agenda is the zoning.
Can I make
Yes.
a comment here?
Yes,
The only party we have in the room is related to agenda item number 4.
Okay.
Maybe your commission would want to consider taking an agenda item out of order.
okay.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
So you need a motion to do that? Okay, I need a motion to take the agenda item 4 out of order and make it number 3.
I'll move it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, so the next item on the zoning agenda is the zoning ordinance section 2.02.9.e. Review and recommendation to the Board of Adjustment for a conditional use permit for property owner Herman Rock Jr. and applicant Flynn Company, Inc. Do you want to introduce our item?
I will do that. The next two agenda items we have, albeit we've taken them now out of order, are related to conditional use permit applications related to Highway 20 projects and the hard surfacing of the eastbound lanes within a segment of that reconstruction project. This first item number 4 is a application for the staging and operation of a temporary heavy construction services, concrete mixing, temporary a concrete batch plant within a 4-acre portion of a 29-acre parcel. The project is intended to produce concrete 42,000 cubic yards for the nearby eastbound lane segment of the Highway 20 project. The impacted area will be returned to ag production. Anticipate the batch plant will be active. How many months will it be active now?
It'll be active with the 2 stages involved. Excuse me, my name is Mark Barkman with Flynn Company. It'll be active for about 3.5 months. We go away, then we come back and put the filters on for another 3 weeks.
That has recently changed because of the postponement. Maybe you can explain the reason for the postponement.
Originally, as this project was bid, there was going to be a small portion of paving available late this year. It became fairly evident that it was not going to happen. The grading contractor just with conditions early on in the spring, albeit a dry summer, they're just a little bit behind. So there's no paving that will happen in 2017. It will all take place presumably starting around May of 2018.
Would you walk through the number of months thing again for me?
For our schedule,
Yes.
rough schedule, we're hoping to move in with a grading crew, move a plant in sometime in April, probably not producing concrete until early May. We'll be there May, June. That plant will that plant will stay. The crew will go away, because once we pour the main line in, we've got to wait for some additional grading, probably 4 to 5 weeks, and then we'll come back and pave out all the shoulders
So
on
you
that project.
anticipate you'll be decommissioning,
I would hope by August, September, we'd be done and gone.
okay. And now we get into the next thing that's new to me, just as within the last 10 minutes. We don't think we can issue a permit, which would be good for 12 months. And be done with the project entirely. So
I think that'd be awfully tight for it. And quite frankly, John, when we did the westbound lanes last year, and you were very upfront about that, you may have to come back 3 times
Yeah.
to complete all this.
But what I guess I'm gonna ask the commission to consider is possibly some type of provision, if you feel comfortable with it, so we don't have to do this a third time, that they would be able to renew the permit without another public hearing for a similar project. Not saying it has to be done, but I just want it on the table to consider.
I have a question on that. Nothing's gonna be done this fall.
No.
That's out.
No.
Can the permit be approved and the start of the permit be delayed? To give them a year from April?
You can decide how you wanna handle that.
Then you don't even have to worry about a renewal.
That'd be fantastic.
So if we went
That's
to
possible.
Effective January 1st, 2018, that would take us to
Just
the year.
delay the beginning of the
That'd be-
permit.
that'd
or
be-
even later, I mean, that's.
Fantastic.
Yeah, would that work? Does that mean
Absolutely,
days are-
absolutely.
Okay, that may be that'd be a better way to handle it.
Because
Just go through the process, but then the permit doesn't even start until,
Because if we go into January 1st, we also obligate ourselves into another $20,000 rent payment. So we want that plant like cleaned, done and gone and cleaned and restored in 2018.
Okay, so if you got a permit tonight for calendar year 2018, you feel you're pretty piece of shit?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
If you do grading this fall, does that matter? You know,
Well, there's no really grading to do. Your plant setup wouldn't happen until next
Till next spring.
April, May-ish.
so you,
Yep.
that's what I was getting at, you aren't gonna be doing anything.
No.
this fall.
you
No.
don't have this fall or anything.
No, we're gonna bring our plant down, but because this plant site is so wide open, we're gonna take it down and leave it at Hallett Materials in Anthem,
Okay.
behind the locked
So
gate.
it's not gonna affect you, nothing can be done until January 1.
Okay, so
Correct.
we're considering approving a permit that's got to postpone the effective date. I've never done it before, but I don't see why.
If that's possible, then
I
it's
don't see
open,
why
then
not.
we don't even have to renew a permit.
Right.
Nothing in regard to phase 3, let's call it, the third season,
Right.
would be significantly impacted. Are we talking about more cubic yards in the next? than
They are
42?
virtually identical, the two projects.
what I'm
Excuse
getting at is
me, yeah.
you're-
Substantially, it's very front-loaded.
Okay.
We'll probably do 35,000 cubic yards
In the next
uh,
phase?
in May, June, and July.
Okay,
And when we come back, another 12 to 18,000.
35, let's just say another, you said 12 to 18,
Correct.
53 instead of.
That might be a little
42?
fat. That is gonna be a little fat. Because 42,000 is gonna be pretty darn close to what we're
We
producing.
don't tie our permit to number of cubic yards, usually just a time period where they can do this. Won't affect the input haul routes or the delivery haul routes with the finished product.
No. This year, one thing that is a slight change, actually probably a fairly large change, last year, a substantial amount of our aggregate came out of LG Everest up by Washita. This year, because they're recycling the old roadway, that's going down to the base. So probably 8 to 10,000 tons maximum will come out of Washita, which was kind of a windy road, but the bulk of the material will be coming out of Hallett Materials down at Anthem.
So my comment regarding 42,000 would change a little bit. It's not really an overall consideration of whether the permit gets approved or not. Haul routes are virtually identical.
Yes, all routes are identical as last year and all approved via the
I
DOT.
don't see any reason why this year thing wouldn't work then. Sorry.
Any other?
I think I'll finish up here. We're in the southeast, northeast of section 33 with Rutland. We're about 330 feet north of the intersection of Lee and Highway 20. I think everybody's familiar with that intersection from the last time we did this. We're about 7 miles east of Mobile, GIS parcel stated there. The rest of my comments are tied to, hey, this use is permitted within this zoning district, AP. And the fact that you're, in 2016, your commission approved a similar conditional use permit application on this same parcel for this applicant, when the applicant paid for westbound lane of Highway 20. You've got attachments J through R. All were in your packet except R. Those photographs are passed out to you. I'll be happy to entertain any questions or staff recommendations you might want on this one. The last time we approved this, the only condition you placed on that permit was respecting haul routes and delivery routes and safety issues.
This is all right here, right?
That, I just went through and with that, I can go through the roadways that
That's fine.
encompasses, if you want me to. Commissioner Garvey is referring to the map that shows in red, haul routes from the two, gravel pit, supply locations. One is up on the Plymouth County, LGF, or it's up on the Plymouth County line. Doesn't enter Woodbury County until north of Pearson on Minnesota Avenue, down to 10th Street west, to Lee Avenue, and south to the backland site. The other one is the Hampton Pit, Highway 31, 210.
I believe that's what
I
it
think
is, sir.
it's 210 to the west, to Lee Avenue, then north to the Batch Plant site. Obviously, the plant's so close to the Highway 20 corridor, there's virtually no impact on county road right of way, except for about that football lane of Lee Avenue, which is gravel, to the placement of concrete in whatever respective segments they're doing.
So did you have to go to Plymouth County to get permits to haul along here too?
Negative, those haul roads are submitted through the DOT, and then the Iowa Department of Transportation takes that to any impacted county.
DOT serves as a single source to the respective jurisdictions. We can go through all the issues, if you want to. You've done these before, it's all passed in the past, has passed in the past. I'd be happy to go through each of the standards if you so wish.
There was no other, in 16, there was no issues that arose that we overlooked.
I had no comment whatsoever, it went fairly smooth. I mean, people complain about detours, but other than that, we were, you may be one of them.
Tried in Sioux City.
But other than that, no.
They
There were
opened
no
up Gordon Drive.
safety-related issues that I am aware of. Are you aware of any?
We had a minor one, very first day of bringing materials into our plant, our traffic was southbound on Lee Avenue, and we were coming into our south entrance to the plant. Too many trucks were getting stacked up on Lee Avenue, so we rerouted them into the north entrance so we could stage vehicles or stage tractors inside the plant.
If that was an accident or just a?
No, there was no accident.
All right.
And you
That's
addressed that
understandable.
at a.
Yeah, on the very first day, yes.
You guys work through that, so, I mean, you're liable to have problems that you can work through yourself. I don't have a problem with it.
Do you want to go through any of the standards? Does anybody feel
Well,
the need for?
guess.
It's really up to you.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you're the
good.
newbie.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
Virtually identical thing we approved the last
It's
time.
about as mirror image as you can get, in
Yeah.
my mind.
Would say all DNR permits remain in place from last year until they're formally vacated by Flynn Company.
The whole thing we're gonna do is extend the permit, the starting time of the permit, so they don't.
Right, that's all the real changes we're granting
Yeah.
for future.
And that's more of an
Yep.
administrative issue than it is
Okay.
substantive.
I mean, if you need to add anything to it, I mean, there's nothing there that's gonna be
Well,
out
maybe
of the
the motion could
ordinary.
include, if it is a motion to approve, and it gets seconded, you, just state in the motion that this, the permit will be issued for the time period January through December 31st, 2019. If you think you need more, now's the time to ask for it.
I do not foresee us
So we
needing more.
count
It would
on
take very extraordinary circumstances. to carry us.
decommissioning in early 2019.
Correct. They, all the promises have all been made that it'll be 4-lane from Dubuque to Sioux City by January 1st, 2019.
We can always work through it if it happens, but.
Understood.
I'd like to forego dragging in another half.
It is.
I won't be here, so that's.
No, I'm not, she said, isn't that nice as before, like, that's
Oh.
what, yes, it is.
Oh, it will be nice, yeah, that will be nice, my retirement, right?
Okay, so are we ready to close
Close discussion.
public session?
There's no real public hearing here, there's,
Just do it?
just,
Okay.
we're
Okay.
just doing an administrative standard review.
Okay.
And we had no conditions other than that place last time. I guess I don't see why we can't just make a motion that we would recommend to the, be approved
Yeah.
farm or with the condition of the permit being from January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018.
And then we pretty much reviewed section 2.02-9F, which are all the different conditions. And
Just as before,
See
can be met
anything
or,
that would cause concern. Okay. So that's an official motion. Have you
That was
got
a
that?
motion, I hope.
yeah, right.
That was a
Sounded
motion.
good, I'd love to second that.
Okay. So
Okay.
we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay,
We did that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll get the resolution to
so that
Thank
was
you.
for fiscal year 2000, or
you.
calendar year 2008. Okay. Great. Next item on the agenda is number 4, or number 3.
Three.
Going back to 3. The next item is the zoning ordinance section 2.02, .9, review and recommendation to the Board of Adjustment for conditional use permit for property owners Teddy J. Mannon, Karen J. Mannon, and Agnes V. Meyer, and applicant Peterson Contractor, Inc. Read into the record what we have here, John?
Yeah, this is another conditional use permit related to the same hard surfacing project, preparing the elevations to meet the specs of the project. They need 23,000 cubic yards of earth material is being requested to be excavated from a 10-acre portion of 2 congruent rural Woodbury County parcels. Again, for the eastbound lane segment of Highway 20 reconstruction. The impacted area will be returned to previous uses of farmland. Decommissioning of the site is anticipated to be in 2018. Then we're getting into why they go to where they go to get dirt. You're all aware of that one. This one's in the northeast quarter of section 5 of Kedron, south side of hard surface 160th, 4 miles west of Correctionville. Within the 2 parcels, GIS numbers are shown. The project is being serviced by Drive, address 3752 160th Street, Correctionville. We get into the reasons why we need conditional use. Again, this is a AP, both parcels are zoned ag preservation, so the use is approved conditionally. In this one, we've given you exhibits A through I. A through H you got in your packet, I were handed out tonight. I don't have a whole lot to add to this issue, other than to maybe relate to you what the haul route is, which I thought was in the information, but I don't see it now. This site is existing drive, turn west on to 160th, keep going west past Minnesota, along 160th Street, clear to Correction. So they'll use a piece of segment of Highway 31, then hit Aspen Avenue, which is a border right-of-way to the western side of Correctionville. Go maybe half a mile north to the Highway 20 right-of-way, deliver the product, and then come back, going through the Highway 20 corridor to Minnesota Avenue, then south, down to 160th, and then back to the site, going west. There it is. All concrete. All concrete. Now I'm thinking Minnesota concrete. Yes.
That's the section, yeah.
Yeah, it's all concrete, the entire haul route. We've got obviously, communication out to the town of Correctionville, they have not responded as yet. I think they're waiting for a council meeting to see if they've got any issues related to the use of Aspen Avenue. I would suspect they'd be in favor of getting this project done as quickly as possible, but who knows? Nor have we heard, yet from the county engineer on any aspect of the previous issues, previous agenda item in this one. That information we think we'll have well before the next week's public hearing, before the Board of Adjustment. We'll deal with whatever they say there. I don't anticipate anything significant. On this one, my count, if I recall, we impact 7 residential driveways in this haul route, which is pretty clean. Most of those are on 160th going west to Correctionville. There's nothing on Aspen, nothing on 20. Nothing on Minnesota, to my recollection. So, minimal number of impacted individuals, and it's all paving, so there's no dust issue.
Does anybody live in that particular house?
No, it is vacant at this time. The intent is to have it rented or sold at a future date.
Do you know where the bulk of the dirt needs to go along I-20?
Within the corridor, I do not. We weren't given, nor did, we didn't ask, nor were we given that information. Any questions of staff? PCI is a non-local excavation and grading contractor. Has a pretty good reputation, well thought of, at least by our engineers here.
I don't remember if we've ever done permits for them before, have we?
Did you do the one on
Trying to think. For some reason, I don't remember PCI, is what they're called, Peterson. I don't remember them from last time. And I'm trying to think, were they associated with anything, any of the borrows we did south of?
Like
They may have been subcontractors, but maybe they weren't on the borrow.
Yeah, because they were the ones hauling out of the 20, the 520 and 20.
Being down on the Pop property there
Yeah.
on the
I
interchange.
mean, that one summer, they hauled
Yeah, but I don't know if they were a.
70 trucks out of there.
Yeah, see, they were, all that fill went to Interstate 29 stuff, not
So
our
they were-
jurisdiction, obviously. So we weren't involved in, but I think you're absolutely right. But I did have an issue with them, on fugitive dust. We got a couple complaints.
Well, I know right there where they were turning,
They were more on-site.
on-site
issues.
dust, and
Yeah.
then when they were turning, but I mean, everybody was running.
That was really,
Doing that U-turn there on 20,
yep,
right up Buchanan,
they were going east and swinging back around
right,
west.
nonstop. But I mean, that was more than just DCI trucks doing that.
Yeah. That's
They've
where
been
I-
running
They were
west, or
responsive.
east of Correctionville, they've been doing all that hauling right now on 20, that's what they're doing there. All that borrow's going west.
So really no hands-on, really
they'll be done
They'll be
in a
done.
year's time from now.
Issue date.
Because the concrete will, and this will all be done way before that.
We're gonna be into October, obviously, before they get their permit anyway, so.
Right, and they haven't, I mean, I can't believe what they're ever being, this would have to be completed before that. If he's gonna be done by then.
Yeah, where it's always at.
Well, everybody was in a hurry because they thought, hey, we're gonna pour some concrete this fall. And then at the time, after the application, things bogged down. From a staff perspective, we've got no significant issues with this. There's no, obviously, there's no floodplain, soil types are okay. No high water table issues. Zoning's right. One comment though is, on this one, the CSR is significantly high. But since it's temporary and they scrape off the surface and replace it, you shouldn't lose any significant crop production except during the use of the temporary use. We feel it's de minimis or inconsequential long term. Taking it out of ag production for a year.
What was the, I guess, back to the cubic yards?
This,
3,000.
yeah, 23,000. Put your packet to show question marks there.
Right.
But the application did state, I think it was in a letter, 23,000 is the number.
It was just unknown at the time,
Pardon me?
it was just unknown at the time, or?
No, we were looking on the app, stuff attached to the app, and it was in the cover letter, if I recall. We didn't back up and plug it in, so we can make note of that. It'll be in the minutes as application for up to 23,000 cubic yards.
Questions or comments? Motion?
I'll motion, make a motion to accept the application. I mean, there's nothing in particular that's, we gotta worry about any, as far as the dirt, any screen for the, anything like that, from where they're gonna pull out that permit, or is that anything for us to worry about?
I'm not sure. what-
You're talking about erosion.
Erosion control.
This piece is relatively flat. They've got a SWIP on file. Not sure if we've got theirs yet.
Why, with all the.
In the NPDES permitting. The silt fence will go up.
They're required to put that
Yeah,
up.
that's almost that's a given.
That's why I was asking if that's all. Otherwise,
What these parties do is they get a SWIP plan approved statewide, the big contractor do, and they just transfer the plan to wherever they go. So they're already pre-approved.
I think the biggest thing we gotta worry about is what other problems could, like, if it was a section of gravel or dust or.
And usually those things will come up by the letters we've sent to the neighbors for the public hearing next week. If something comes out of that, then they start adding things
what
on.
I'm seeing from the aerial, it doesn't look like that there's any neighbors close.
No, there aren't. I mean,
So,
this is a
there's-
decent location.
Yeah.
Hard
Shouldn't be any
surface.
complaints.
We would hope not, but you just never know.
No?
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
It doesn't make any difference to you, but it's not in the packet material. One of the drives that this haul route goes past is Copeland Park, outside Correctionville. Just so you're aware of that.
Yeah.
I don't think
But
it'll
still,
impact the
yeah.
use of the park in any way. They'll have covered loads.
We're still waiting for correctional bill to comment though, right? And they can
Yes.
still comment before the board of adjustment to make any, whatever
They've
they
given,
want to do.
been given the opportunity to. I don't know if they will.
Okay. Okay.
They don't.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it's Mark, looked at the haul route.
Uh-huh.
It's
He's looking
hard-
at the haul route.
It's a hard surface road.
Yeah.
Other than the trucks running down the road and people coming in and out of the park, that's, I don't know how you control that.
A small segment of the haul route is Highway 31, which is a state highway, but that's
Well, there's an entrance to Copeland Park right there on 31.
Yeah. My biggest concern, yeah, that's right. My biggest concern is maybe some residential houses that don't front this Aspen Avenue, their backyards are Aspen and the trucks will be rolling by. But in the scheme of things, 23,000 cubic yards sounds like a lot,
It's not.
but it's really not in the scheme of some of
But
the
that's what I was
projects.
wondering, question marks when I'd seen that at first, I was like,
What are you
yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, what's the size now? 14 cubic yards? Nine?
More than
Oh,
14,
way more than
probably dump
14,
truck.
that's
Dump
what
truck's
I'm
nine.
saying.
9
So
to
you
14 on it.
do the math there, it's not a lot.
Times or 3 times that.
Hey, I gotta get the dirt from somewhere, and we need a project, so.
Yeah, you're talking a couple, 300 loads, 400 loads maybe.
Well, if you put 10 in each one, you got 2,300, so it'd be more than that.
1,000 loads.
That's a dump truck though. 7 to 10 is
Yeah.
big.
Right, I mean,
I'd say more like maybe 15 to 18.
I mean, those trucks are running, I know they're over on 20, but they're running back and forth. And that was the other thing, I guess, I just had a question. You don't know where the dirt's going, so you don't know how long it will be on, because they're gonna be coming off 20 over on the other side at that point. I mean, they're running empty trucks a lot of that time.
Right.
I'm sure the chance of fugitive deaths on the haul route is so significantly less than the actual site.
The site's gonna
The
produce
site's the
most
big one, yeah.
fugitive deaths.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next item on the agenda, any citizens wanting to be heard, I hear none, or see none, so we'll move on to the next one. Next agenda item is commissioner comment or inquiry. Do you have any? John?
So what do you guys, can I ask you a question? What are you guys hearing on CAFO, SAFOs out there from, hearing anything, pushback, positive? Well, the Board of Supervisors, probably been about a month now ago, did a resolution to request the governor and the DNR take a look at confinement feeding operations, animal feeding operations. Their resolution was a little more applicable to all sizes of animal feeding operations, where the peer group of other supervisors who had done similar resolutions throughout the state was more interested in larger matrix facilities than they were the smaller animal feeding operations. So,
That was one.
obviously the groups impacted, the producers are a little peeved, to say the least.
There must have been a question at one of those meetings regarding the number of head to the supervisors, and it wasn't clarified that, I mean, it was basically open-ended to down to one animal
Yes, it was.
that they would like control over. I've heard that comment, that's ridiculous. You got a goat or you got a horse, and they're gonna have control over whether that can be on that property.
I think that assessment is analogous to remember the old 6 strawberries in the backyard?
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I've heard
yeah.
from people saying, that's one of the comments that, you know, if they're gonna say they wanna regulate whether you have a goat in your backyard, that's getting overreaching.
So they would tell us what we-
Well, the comment was asked at the meeting, I guess, the number of head, and then they
They really
answered,
didn't
they would
respond to
not
it.
answer, you know, is it 1, is it 5, is it 20, is it 100? There was no, so it was too open-ended. If it would've been answered, it might have drawn a line, but that's the biggest thing I've heard so far. Plus, the EPC voted to not address that issue.
The who voted?
Environmental protection.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna leave it in the hands of legislators, so that request or what the supervisors voted on, and what is it, 15 counties have done the same thing. If somebody wants to do something about it, it's gonna be the
Yeah, go
legislators,
down
because
there.
that's who made the law, and that's who's gonna have to address it, so that's kind of.
There's no new legislation in the work though, is there?
It would be hard pressed, and I told our sponsoring supervisor that we would be hard pressed to find a legislator that would
problem I think
back
that
and
they're running
into a
against
funnel of any type.
is they have the matrix that's developed, that's, for the most part, throughout the state worked. There's stuff
Oh,
that
it's
isn't,
issues, yeah.
but if they open that back up, as long as it took them to come up with that plan, to reopen that, and they could end up with something worse than what they had, there's a lot of
A lot of technical stuff.
a lot of problems that could come out of that they don't even know what they're opening up.
The argument they make is, hey, the matrix process is approaching 20, 25 years of use now. It's the technology and all this other stuff that's happened. It's antiquated, it should be renewed. That's kind of the argument for the individuals that would like to see additional regulation feeding operations.
So what that tells me though, that if we're that much more automated and so much higher tech, that they've done research and there's, solutions to the coders, to the health issues, to all of that stuff, so that means the matrix should be higher than what it currently is.
Well, I think that's
The
one
point
of the
system
comments that
is-
was Raddick made, that where he grew up, they've had, 100 some head or 200 head. Smell you couldn't stand in the summertime, now there's a confinement feeding operation there and you can't smell.
2,500 head.
Yeah,
you can't
so I
say.
mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of was brought up, that the improvements are helping, not hurting some of the things.
And they were in outdoor pens right next to our car,
Right.
so many of them, so it's like, we already have.
Whatever side's right or wrong, or how it plays out, the whole message is this is a very contentious, passionate topic. And I personally feel I wish we would have stuck our nose in it as a county, but somebody ran with it.
Well, that's not really true. I mean, they can address the issue and they can look at it. It doesn't mean that, as far as voting the way they did, that was probably, more should have been done before anything was even decided on that.
Well, it should have plopped here is what should have happened, and I told him that. This is something you refer here, and then we have maybe we have meetings, town hall, maybe we do some public hearing stuff even, and hash it out, and then you make a recommendation to the board, and they can go, we don't care what they think, or hey, they got some great ideas here on how to word a resolution, or maybe not do one.
Well, that was the other thing too, I guess.
That
People
kind of
said
said-
that was too quick. Why didn't they look into it more?
That's not this guy's style.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. That was the other comment that I heard, what's going on, when they were rushing this through with no discussion, or not much
Just having
discussion.
it pop up.
We try.
And Woodbury's not the only county, it's happening in quite a few different counties, 15.
But I
other
think you'll
counties.
find out many of them use their zoning.
Get broader
Does
audience.
the proper channel?
Well, I don't know if it's proper or improper, it's basically, you're a recommendation arm that's at the beck and call of your supervisors, basically. They can accept your recommendations or they can't. 98% of the time they do. Well, they should. How it got, it was, I think a resolution was formulated.
Well, in advance.
And, I got a chance to review it and make some recommendations, but it was pretty much a done deal, other than passage. So, it is what it is. It's been passed. Whether it'll have any force and effect, I think is probably slim to none. But the process is there, and I think Tom was alluding to the fact, hey, things should be looked at periodically. I just don't think it was the best way to handle it. It was alleged that the other parties that were visited were the Delaware and D12 site by Randy Reidiger.
Okay. That's what caused most of it, you think?
That was one of them. The other one, that was a more organized opposition was,
Okay.
that was Ann Hardy, who submitted the petition.
Because from
It
what I
was 240th and Jasper.
and there's two buildings going down there.
There's a third one, which isn't a nursery, well, really a fourth one, but the fourth one isn't a nursery. It's, down in that same area. No, I take that back. The two in that area are both nurseries.
Right.
One's on 210th and
Because
Cassuth, maybe, somewhere in there.
she was kind of the lead on that opposition, and she's.
They're within a mile of each other almost.
Right, but her location is
Well, she's a mile from any of them.
any of them.
Her fear is the party that's getting the manure farms all around her. She's more concerned that
But even if those nurseries were 7 miles away, you could still get the manure
That's right.
hauling in around her. They
the
can't-
issue is their size such that the
But I mean, he
applicator doesn't have to tell you where he's gonna take it.
Even
There's no
if they don't
plan.
build it, we can still.
But even with a manure management plan with a 20,000 head unit, you could still haul in manure onto.
That's right, you have to go on record where you.
Right, right. I'm just saying, if they,
There's a lot of latitude with the size of these regarding application, on where and when.
part of the benefit or the reason they want to put the nurseries, you know, they put one here and here, they can put it on the land surrounding the nursery
Yeah, there's
without truck hauling. I mean, it's cheaper to do it.
Well, there's a dozen reasons why you size them this way,
Right.
not just to skirt the ordinance.
That's what I'm getting
all-
at. They're not doing it.
That's all that was heard here,
Right.
they're.
Skirting
Skirting.
the regulations, because they
And
say.
he used that language, unfortunately, in his statements, so.
Because actually the one Rittiger's up by Dewey is actually distance-wise working within the next step up where if they were regulated, they would still fall within those guidelines. There's 1,250 feet. Well, other than his brother, he can sign a waiver.
Terry's right next door.
Right, Terry's close, but Randy, the Dewey is 1,250 feet away.
Is Randy goes by Dewey?
What's that?
Is that what you said, Dewey?
Dewey is 1,250 feet from the.
Oh.
So he stayed far enough
Okay.
away to meet the next jump, if he was regulated by over 500 animal units, 500 to 1,000. He's falling within those guidelines on his setbacks. So
And
you-
there's other setbacks that they have to adhere to too that don't get talked
You know,
about.
well, other people
Water
say there's
source,
no
right
from
of way, all
from
that.
a well, or, you know,
Yeah.
there are requirements, even if it's a 500 head or smaller unit. And people.
Granted, they're not as involved as a matrix scenario.
No,
but
but they still,
they're
from a
there.
well or a water source or.
Alluvial soils is another one.
So they do have some guidelines they have to abide by.
Yeah. They're not totally unregulated.
Oh, no.
I guess
They
it's
are
what-
I mean, you can have 40 head of cattle, you're not unregulated if you include a water source. You can't do it. It's against the law.
What's the setback on that?
It's still, you can't, you know, water, depends on what it is, but you can't put a 40 head beef yard right next to a pond. I mean, yeah, it's too much. You know, I don't know what the distances are, but, and you're responsible if you contaminate that.
Yep.
I mean, if runoff from your cattle yard's going into a pond or a river, you're responsible. I mean, there's rules that are there, it's just people don't look at it and say, if there is. It's no different than if you were spraying chemicals in the bird tank road and your chemicals went into a water source. That's against the law, you can't do that. Well, have you heard anything on the future of the?
Is it public record? Dave, did it?
We haven't adjourned yet.
Oh, do we have to adjourn first, or we can answer that?
I don't know if we can answer it all.
Oh.
Yeah, honest with you. So, no, okay, we'll sit tight.
Okay,
I guess
that's fine.
we'll,
It's good to know.
yeah, we're not, yeah.
Okay.
We hate to share something that's not accepted. So, stay tuned.